Hi guys, this is my very first IGTV. I thought I would do it from the beach because it's just such a beautiful day, and happy Friday. I thought that I would actually, for my very first IGTV, read a verse of scripture and apply it to my life, because it's sort of a way of holding myself accountable. In our busy worlds, it's easy to get distracted and not slow down and take time to build your relationship with God, and that's a priority to me. And so this is kind of my own accountability piece. So the verse of the day that came up on my Bible app is 2 Corinthians 5:15, which says, "And he died for all, that those who live should no longer live for themselves, but for him who died for them and was raised again. For Christ's love compels us, because we are convinced that one died for all, and therefore all died, and he died for all, that those who live should no longer live for themselves, but for him who died for them and was raised again." So a couple things stand out to me when I'm reading that. Number one is obviously the fact that one person died to redeem all of us. And also the part where it says, "So all died." That contrast of the fact that one person died so that we would be eternally redeemed, and that we aren't only subject to our mortal lives, and the fact that those are finite and have endings, and that that is something that we are saved from, because we will live eternally because of his sacrifice. But it's also interesting that it says, "For all died," because obviously it's not like we all died mortally at that moment that he sacrificed himself. It's more to me that we have all died to be reborn with a new purpose, so that we all have died as our current selves when we are saved by him. And so that purpose, to me, from the rest of the chapter, is really, it says, is that we no longer live for ourselves, that we live for him. And so to me, that's really about service to other people, that in living for him, we are living for a greater purpose, and that is to serve other people and to try to live more like him and love more like him. And for me, that calls me to try to empathize and be merciful and reach out and build relationships with other people, whether they're people that I know or not in my life. I also believe that every person in my life has been put in my path for a purpose, to teach me something, or for me to teach them something. And so to not take those relationships for granted, and also just sort of a social justice piece. And again, to reach out to those less fortunate, to try to mend some of the wounds of the world, and be loving and forgiving, and to not put ourselves above other people. This was kind of a hard week for me. It was a week where a lot of different random things came up that kind of had this common theme of judgment, not just about me, but just in different scenarios. And that kind of hurt my heart, because I really feel like, I don't know, that to me is a distractor from us finding common ground and connecting and building relationships with each other and loving on each other. And so I just want to build those relationships with people and kind of build each other up and encourage each other and inspire each other. And so that's kind of my frame of mind, is I want to help people and have them help me. And when I fall short, I want to be better, but I want that to come from a place of love. So I'm going to try this week to really just emanate that myself, in how I'm treating my kids, and how I'm treating my husband, and how I am at work as a teacher, in not taking those moments and those opportunities for granted, and really looking at myself as a vessel for serving other people, and that even simple things that, you know, might not seem like they're a big deal can make a difference in somebody's day and can make them feel loved and accepted. And that I would just hope that I can, you know, be more like him, just like 1/1,000,000th of him in how I build relationships this week. So I'm gonna keep trying to do this, see if I can do it once a week, and as a way of keeping myself focused on reading scripture and going into the weekend. It seems like a good time. I hope you guys all have a great weekend, and if you like this, please visit my blog, which is at theskinnyonselfcare.com. Thanks.